Welcome to this section on the role of families, caregivers, and households in promoting children's well-being. No matter where in the world you are from, most of us have in common that we were born into a family. Families come in all shapes and sizes due to differences in culture and geography, but they differ little in terms of the fundamental functions they fulfill. Amongst other things, families teach children how to survive in the environments in which they live. They socialize children into the cultural context, modeling interpersonal relationships and instilling core values and beliefs. Importantly, families also provide a sense of identity and belonging to children and are responsible to ensure their safety and well-being. For the most part, family environments are protective and nurturing for children, allowing them to grow and develop into healthy adults. As we discussed in the section on child development, adversity, and resilience, nurturing familial relationships are protective as they can foster children's resilience, buffering against the negative effects of adverse experiences. As Anne Mastens describes it, this is the stuff of ordinary magic. The loving and caring interactions a child has with its caregivers is simple and ordinary, and yet it is one of the most powerful engines of resilience. In our search for special ingredients for resilience, there has been a temptation to overlook this ordinary, including the role of critical relationships in the family. Not all family environments are protective, however. At times, they themselves can present risks to children's well-being. In fact, of all the places where violence against children occurs, the household is evidenced to be the setting where violence disproportionately happens, most often perpetrated by family members. A study conducted in 2015 by the No Violence in Childhood Initiative found that 1.3 billion girls and boys worldwide experienced corporal punishment at home in the previous year. It also found that 60 to 70% of children between the ages of 2 and 14 years experience emotional violence at the hands of their caregivers or other household members. These figures are staggering, and they highlight that globally there is much that needs to be done to ensure family environments are protective and promotive of children's resilience. Humanitarian settings in particular create specific challenges for families. They cause separation of family members, the loss of livelihoods, changes in the role of family members, and changes in the living conditions of the family due to displacement into camps or temporary shelters. These changes place a big ask on families, requiring them to adapt. Some families are able to adapt successfully and are able to continue fulfilling their family functions as before, despite the difficult situation they are in. Others, however, face great challenges in trying to cope and find that they are unable to function as before. In the same way that the resilience of a child is informed by the relationships around it, so too, the resilience of a family is informed by the social and physical environment it is in, and the extent to which it is able to access and mobilize the resources it needs to navigate difficult situations. In this section, we will delve into these issues and take a closer look at the family, identifying risk factors for children in the household, and what can be done to enable families as protective environments. Focusing specifically on families that have experienced or are experiencing humanitarian crises, we will learn about interventions that are currently being used by child protection actors globally to promote familial environments for children.